It's Michelle. So today I saw the new version of the newish, oldish version of Mad Max. Really interesting movie. But I just want to talk about my internet acting a complete dickbag right now because of everything that's been going out on my internet. Well, as of a couple of nights ago, the internet's been like really crazy. So it's here on the East Coast. It's like stupid ass hot, and I want to talk about something real quick before I kick into the game or start like messing around here. Everybody knows about Senator John McCain, who had passed away, and me being a true patriot of what patriotism is supposed to be, I actually half-mast the American flag today, and back on Monday night, a day after McCain's death, after his funeral. So I decided to half-mast it. And I'm going to keep it half-mast for about a week. And I usually light up some candles, along the window, my window ledge and everything like that, to honor Senator John McCain, who fought in Vietnam, who had passed away at the age of, I guess, from what I heard, is 93, or 83. I'll look it up later. I didn't have time to really get a full equivalent about his actual age. So I just want to put out there, being a real American patriot for our fallen senator, and he will be missed. So in other light of news, if some of you who are progressive or who are either progressive or socialist Democrat, some of you know that the majority of Democrats right now have been speaking out in volumes during their midterm elections, in which I'm really happy about. Me being a Democrat myself, tried to vote for Hillary back in 2016. So I'm not going to muddy up everything on my channel as far as that goes, because I don't want to really talk about it. But I just want to put it out there. If you're a true patriot, please, for the love of God, if you already half-mast your flag, you're good. But half-mast the American flag and give show what true patriotism is. Don't be the retards who don't be the retards like 45 who did not half-mast the flag, that don't think that Senator John McCain deserved it. I actually believe in the patriotism, the democracy, and the equal rights for everybody. And that goes not just here in the United States, but it also goes around the world. Another thing I am going to point out real quick is where I live on the East Coast. We have here in the many aspects of things, we have majority of ignorant drivers. Just off the politics here, just off topic with politics. We have a lot of ignorant drivers here where I live, who do U-turns in the middle of a busy road or in the middle of an intersection. See, for me, I'm like 5 minutes away from a mall. And yesterday and a little bit today I was out. The sheer idiocy that's been going on. And I've seen a lot of stupid shit. I mean, it's becoming... I mean, I don't want to say Darwinism because I think that's kind of wrong. I think that's really fucked up. But for me, going back to what I said about the Mad Max game and movie, way different. You know, sorry to switch on gears like that, but way different on that aspect and off topic. But so, anyways, it's like I said. Just, if you haven't half-mast your flag, do it for Senator John McCain. Do it for the veterans who have served in Vietnam. Only because I had an uncle who served in Vietnam. I had quite a few family members who served on Omaha Beach, D-Day. Some were Marines. Some of them were actually Army, Marine, and Navy. But I never really got to know very much of my cousins on that. But anyways, sorry I know the microphone, or if I'm talking too loud. That's just me. So it's just the whole thing that, just remember, when you half-mast an American flag, doesn't matter if it's a politician or it's your loved one, just make sure you always half-mast them. Don't give them the big fuck you. Don't piss them off. Just show them just proper respect. I know, back in 1960s, hippies had vilified every American GI who served in Vietnam and vilified so. With that being said, I'm going to actually resume game, and I'm going to show you what I actually learned during what I've actually observed in the Mad Max movie. So, I'm going to cut to the chase now. Some of you who actually remember me playing the Dark Souls 3, the Ring City, to my fellow subscribers, my viewers, whoever watches, I do want to put it out there as an apology that I've only been either driving into Mad Max or into Monster Hunter World, only because I'm at that point where I've tried other games, dealt with it, but now it's just this whole entire thing. And as you can tell, right now I'm back in Jeet's territory. I'm trying to collect all the relics. I'm only at 90%. With all the collectibles, that being said, 90% of the relics, mostly have everything except for like 7 photos I still have to work on and get. Which I think is really funny is this one here. This? The Mad Max Buggy Tour, which is half day and something else. I can't really make out the other part of it. But I've been, as you can tell, yes, I've been collecting the history relics in Mad Max. Found a majority of them. Still trying to fight on, trying to see what I can find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change something now in my layout for the car. I thought about doing this particular version, so I have to remember which version of the vehicle I'm actually making, because I have no freaking idea. I think it was this one, and then it was taking, oh yeah, and the Rockstar emblem, which you can get downloadable for free at the PlayStation Store. The same thing with the hood ornament. So I have the humongous, I'm going to use the Wild Hunt. They have the humongous ultimate big block. I'm going to try to do the actual version they did in the actual movie. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually make my own version of the black on black and stored. So I'm going to try to change up some stuff, trying to make it look like it's the actual movie version. I have all the engine blocks, I have all the V8s. I do plan on taking off the Rockstar thing here. This gives you added damage, which, like I said, the hood emblems, there's a buggy, all that stuff is like free to download. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make my version of the actual black on black version of the car, which was the black tar, if I remember this correctly. And the V8 engine that they used in the actual movie, I believe, was not this one. That would be the actual thing that they used in the movie. But apparently, for some odd reason, the body goes into default when I do such things like this. So, I'm going to go back and change that, because apparently, like I said, it's not, generally the idea of having to really, expand my horizons on that point. But, I'm going to actually just do... is take the spikes off, kind of make it like the original black on black, which they actually did in the movie. But the interesting part is there's like the bomb skid plate, which was not really part of the original design of what I want to actually do. So I'm going to take off all the on the unnecessary border defenses, because I'm not going to use those. I'm actually going to use the exhaust pipes, which weren't those either. Well, I kind of think that they would have done a little bit better with them. But, now as you can tell, it's not the exact version of the black on black. But, because I've actually beaten the game, I can actually show you the actual black on black. I just have to go and select a different vehicle of my vehicle collection, which really weird. As far as like the iconic stuff goes, this is the actual V8 Interceptor, except, yep, it's got the 2 fuel tanks, which is really weird. This is the original version of the black on black, prior to the Mad Max moments. So what I'm going to do is hopefully I can find another relic of sorts, or something where I still have something left. So I'm just kind of looking around. I think if I was going to really do all the relics, usually I would like to collect all the scraps if I possibly can. But right now I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to get... try to see if I can find all the relics. I just don't know exactly where the majority of the camps are, so I only got like very few of the camps. Of course there's scrap relics. There's history relics, which I've already gathered, but not all of them have been completed. So I'm just kind of looking around, just kind of getting the majority of what I need to find. Car body, which is really not worth it, because a car body is just a car body. And okay, I got a history relic there, so I think I'm missing a history relic in one of the camps. I believe it's going to be... Yes. Okay, I kind of figured I was missing a history relic. So we're going to go back to some of the camps that actually do that. Of course, you know, for this being the black on black, one of the oldest iconic Mad Max vehicles they did for this. Now, the one thing I like about this particular version of Black on Black is that it reminds me of the Mad Max in the 1980s when Mel Gibson did this. But I'm trying to get more of the relics I've been missing, so I'm gonna go back and try to collect them. When I was doing the story mode, I didn't really think much of that, but if you look in the back, the way this is illustrated, the back of the car of the V8 Interceptor was actually, believe it or not, a Ford, but in Australia it wasn't really a Ford, it was something else. I'm trying to see exactly how far I have to go. I'm just driving a little further along. Gotta get to the camp. Probably do a little bit of sightseeing while I'm at it. To be honest, I really don't miss the V8 Interceptor and how many times they've actually, well, in the Road Warrior, they actually ended the V8 Interceptor by having it blown up. It was booby-trapped with C4 explosives, which was really freaking interesting. So I'm just gonna travel along a little bit, trying to get, of course, you know, my hair being blown in 12 different sorts with the fan. But I'm just gonna travel on through, go this way. I feel like I'm driving while I'm drunk, but that's not the case. Cut through all this crap. So now I gotta go look for some of these things I missed. I should probably break off the insignia a little bit here. So I need a gas tank or some sort of semblance here. But this will actually work too. A Thunderpone. Which I didn't think I really fully broke down the door. Kinda go figure when I miss some shit. So I'm gonna go look around. Let me see what they have here I can complete.
That car wouldn't last long out here. Not without some major adjustments.
So that pretty much takes care of that one. So let's see. History relic. So about a little bit, like 9, 7. Kind of like a few more, and then you're good. Now we're gonna go take a look at some other spots. There's a history relic. You know, we can go to this spot. Hey Karina, are you gonna jump on Monster Hunter World? Alright, well, just send me a party invite and I will join up. Alright. Give me 1 second.